Hi everyone, this is Eileen from Eileen Stuffs. So my audio got completely messed up on my savings challenge video, so I'm going to go ahead and try out this method today. I'm going to try to do a voiceover and hope it goes well. But here I'm doing my normal intro. So as I always say, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am a cash budgeter and stuffer here on YouTube, and I am working on paying off debt as well as building up an emergency and sinking funds. So if that is something that you're interested in and you haven't already, please consider subscribing below. All right, so I had this random dollar bill in my wallet that I took out, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab the cash that I saved. This month, I was only able to save cash from my October 1st paycheck because if you saw my previous video, budgeting video, I had to spend $800 on my dog. So she took up all my money from my October 15th paycheck. And I pretty much ended up just with what I had saved the first of the month. But I decided we'll still see what I could do with a little bit of money and just get it put into savings. So I have I'm counting it really quick. I think I had $29 is what I ended up with. Because I had a 10. So we have 10, 15, 20, and then we had 9 ones. So yeah, that was about $29. As always, I'm going to start with my exercise challenge because that is the challenge that I always try to do first. It's basically the one where I usually I pay myself back essentially because I work out through the month and then I go back the next month and see what I did. Had not even colored any of the exercises for September, so I'm going to go ahead and do this really quick. And I usually color code based on exercising. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this part, but I'm just coloring it in so I can figure out what I did. All right, we are back. I finished coloring everything, and I'm kind of going through again. Orange is walks. Blue is lower body, purple is upper body, and red is for cardio. And I did have it originally at $2 a day, but since again I didn't have as much money as I thought, I dropped it down to $1. But we do count this up and see what did we total for September. And I just realized now I forgot to write paid on this because I like to write paid afterwards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to owe ourselves $13 for the month of September. We're going to throw that into the mix. And I'm paying myself. So I paid myself 13, took a 5, realized I don't need a 5, I need 3 ones. And so I put it back. And then I realized I also didn't bring my envelope. So this video is just a hot mess all the way around. But I went and got my cash envelope and got out my little savings challenge envelopes that I made. And we are going to add this to the mix. Now, I haven't quite completely decided what I want to do with the savings challenge. I did at one point decide that I was going to use this to give myself an emergency fund buffer, but my emergency fund's doing pretty good these days. I pretty much have it where I need it to be, so I think I'm going to take this money and put it towards debt payoff. I think that will be the best use of this money. So at the end of the year, when everything is done, whatever I have is going to go in the bank, and I'm going to make a huge payment towards whatever credit card. I am adding the money, and then I did try to count it. I'll try to follow along, but I think I went kind of fast. But let's see. So I'm scrunching it all up, and then 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So we currently have $164 saved with our exercise challenge. So if we keep up with this trend, there's a good chance maybe I'll get close to 200 by the end of the year. We have 3 months left. So even if I do like what, 20 something dollars the next 3 months. So if I work out more days than not for the rest of the year, I should be able to bring this up to a $200 payment, which would be nice. All right, so now we're heading to the multiplier challenge. I really wanted to finish this today. I know I'm not going to be able to. I have 3 spots left. So I'm rolling the dice and I get a 5, which is way too big. I don't have the cash for that with the multipliers. So I decided to roll again, and this time I got 2 4s and a 5. So I need something small. I got a 2. So if I add the 2 times 4, I could take $8 and that will work for me. So I decided to cross off one of the 4 multipliers, make it an 8, and then I'm going to go ahead and count out my $8 to put towards the challenge. I did try to roll again, seeing if I could get something else with the 4 multiplier that might be low enough, but I got a 5, so that was it for me. I have 2 left though, so in November I should be able to finish this challenge. And then that will be, this money is also for debt payoff. So once I finish this in November, I will be making another snowball payment with my savings challenges that I've been doing through the year. And I'm pulling out the envelope for this and adding it. All right, so this one also has a nice little chunk of change, nowhere near the exercise challenge has. But we are going to count it as well and see what we have. Let's see if I can follow along. I can't tell if that's a 50. Oh, that is a 50. I have 50, 60s, 70s. Okay, this isn't going to work. I'm having a hard time following along with this one, but I am counting to see what I have, but for some reason I can't tell if that's a 20 or a 50. I think it's a 50, but you know, we got a good chunk saved, so yay. Now we are down to $8, so I'm going to check out the either or both or all challenge and see if there's anything I could do if I happen to have a 5, or there's no 8s on here, but a 5 and 5s are not available. So instead of doing it, my goal here is to do at least something in each hand. Now, ideally, I would basically cover this page, because if you cover this page, you're going to save $1,520, I believe, is the total if you color in everything. But for me, I've just been trying to do something in each hand. Don't have that, so I'm going to move on to my $1,000 credit card payoff challenge, because this is in increments of 5s and 10s only, and I do have a 5. So I'm going to go ahead and cross off one of my 5s. This is a challenge that I started late in the year. I will definitely not finish this by the end of this year, but this will be a kind of probably my focus challenge for 2024, because I'd love to save up that $1,000 and make a big $1,000 snowball payment. That would feel pretty awesome. So I figured I might as well put as what I can at the time. And then we're only down to $3. So I start going through the book. I am almost positive I have nothing to put this $3 in, because there's nothing to do with the exercise challenge, nothing to do with the multiplier challenge. I'm all done with the 150 mosaic challenge. My 450 mosaic challenge is 10, 15s, and 20s, and that's a challenge another person gave me that I don't want to start yet. So I decided that I'll just put that $3 back in my savings challenge envelope where I store money, and I'll save it for November's savings challenges. And that is pretty much the end of the video, you guys. I am super bummed. I had no idea. I tried to edit around the audio, but even the background noise that my phone was making didn't even compare to how low my actual voice sounded. I had this happen to my phone one other time, and I actually had to delete iMovie and then delete my camera and then reload my camera, which I can't remember if that made me lose all my photos or not. So I didn't want to do it. I guess I have to figure this out for next video. So hopefully next video will be back to normal. I hope if you bared with me, thank you. I didn't want to completely throw away this footage, but yeah, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Sunday. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.